like some of the Raekwon, and don't get me wrong, I like some of the Raekwon songs too. But what the does he know about AI mass surveillance? Mind you, he introduced a BET Award cipher with a Palantir hoodie on. I had the same reaction when Meek Mill jumped on Twitter talking about trying to use the kind of AI the Pentagon wants to give bombs sentience with and mass surveil everybody with for HR. Anytime white people want to smooth some shit over, they go get that rich nigga, put you on TV to represent the people, you know? You ask me questions like, Damon, now that you made this $13 million, and we're not counting, now that you made all this money, let me ask you this. Let me just throw this out at you. You respond any way you want. Is there racism in America? It turns out Raekwon, an illustrious member of the Wu-Tang Clan, has been a Palantir fan for at least the last 15 years. They welcomed him back to their office after the first visit in 2010 for a photo shoot most recently. They've even got old tweets from his visit back then resurfacing as this new set of pictures kind of comes to light. And I'm not sitting here shocked or surprised. We've seen this before. The idea of getting someone from pop culture to wash a predatory industry or product is as old as advertising in America. The same way it benefits Meta for Kylie Jenner to convince people to turn themselves into walking, talking flock cameras is the same way it benefits Palantir to have Meek Mill and Raekwon talking about them online in any kind of positive light. To me, it's especially wild from Raekwon, a self-described 5%er, which if you're not familiar, all you really need to know is that it is an offshoot group from the Nation of Islam. One of the big ideas is the concept that 10% of the population is the elites, 80% of them are the oppressed masses, and the other 5% are the poor, righteous teachers tasked with enlightening the other 80%. I don't know what telling people to go Google Palantir and maintaining a 15-year plus relationship with the company behind the AI isn't real, has been using in Gaza since 2014, is enlightening the other 80% about. Doesn't seem right to me, but that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Follow for more news, politics, and current events. And don't get me.
And I gotta admit, I'm also a Raekwon fan, and I'm not surprised. I had this loaded up last night, but I didn't do it. And I seen another brother had posted something up in one of our chats, and the same thing. So like, that's spirit talking. But I'm not surprised anymore of any of these celebrities. These celebrities are compromised because they don't believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto the foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. And what's the irony of it all? Yo, I gotta say this. In this world, whatever you put out, you will get it back. All right, good or bad. So the same way he brought up Raekwon, the chef's background and 5%er, and he just proved like he just cut him. That's how the Lord's gonna get every single last person out here. Whatever you believe in, that's how the Lord's gonna get you. Now, Wu-Tang, that's my group. Now, those are my dudes. But being realistic, they all been compromised. All your favorite rappers, compromised. Favorite actors, actress, compromised. And you have to learn to accept that. Because these are the same people, when shit hits the fan, they're going to tell you to get that chip. As much as I was a Biggie Smalls fan, Biggie Smalls was going to have a clothing line with 3 6s. All right? And he was all about saying the most demonic shit possible. A lot of these rappers are. Right? And then somebody could say, oh, yeah, see, I knew Biggie wasn't right. Well, when you go to the opposite, which wasn't really the opposite, it was the same type of individual, Tupac, everybody loves. He's the reason why majority of these young men who became fathers are emotionally erect. All right? Everybody want to be a fucking thug. So all these influencers has influenced you to be in the wrong path, and those self-righteous teachers that you think, like Lupe Fiasco, a good rapper, right? Like, yo, this dude was fire. He was supposed to be like saying that he was the next Nas. Yo, this dude, when that time came, he was telling his followers, his people, y'all better get that C19 to go see my concert. I was like, oh shit. What was all the consciousness at that moment? Run DMC. No, sorry, DMC from Run DMC. Stuttering and everything like that. Seen him on Channel 11 out here in New York. Had a rap song about getting the C19. Like, yo. So is it gonna be a surprising thing? Absolutely not. Expect these celebrities to sell out the people, no matter what. Their alliance shows who they are. Okay, the Lord keeps these people in store for a reason. Luke 6, disappointed but not really. And 24 it says, "But woe unto you that are rich, for you receive your consolation." What is a consolation? Second prize. You got a reward. All right. So the Lord said, "Woe unto you that are rich," meaning death and destruction to you people that got it, that sold out. And he was mainly talking to his people. All right. Because everybody is about preserving their own variable riches. When every time you hear stories about the old hip hop pioneers, so to speak, even after the pioneers, especially after the pioneers, that's where you hear a lot of shit, a whole lot of shit. Nothing righteous about these motherfuckers. Nothing righteous, nothing good about them. They was just straight up niggas with egos. All right, egotistical, and they would do whatever it takes to maintain. Hey, cash rules everything around them, right? Dollar bills, yo. So it's not surprising that it could happen. It's disappointing, but not surprising. But the Lord got them. The Lord got every last one of these sellouts. And when you realize what they did to get into that position, you are the worst of the worst. The worst kind of men, the worst kind of women that's out there, that's willing to do whatever it takes to maintain. So to do everybody dirty just to maintain. You take that mindset of hustling and being drug dealers and all this other shit. You all live up to that title, and people love you for it. But at the end of the day, you still a piece of shit, and you know it. You can mask it with the riches, but you hold no integrity. All right, and the Lord got you. Listen, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai got every single one of us, and He knows every single one that sold out. He knows every single one that He's gonna punish harshly. All right, every creature that's created on the planet Earth, the Lord knows every single person. Yo, He knows all of us. All right, He knows all of us, and the only thing you can do is if you of the elect, you gotta hope that Lord had, the Lord's gonna have mercy. But there's a lot of them that receive their consolation. They receive their part of this world. Woe to them, woe to you that are full, for you shall hunger. Woe to you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. So all the things that those that have it would look down on everybody for not having it. Hey, the Lord said, "Well, all right. Hey, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. You got it good now, but you're gonna get it back." All right, and like I stated, they're gonna help push that RFID microchip. So from the LeBron James to your Jay Z's to your Dr. Dre's, what other your Migos, every last Drake's, every last one, the Kendrick Lamar's, all of them. They all gonna sell the people out because their handlers is gonna tell them you gotta do this. All right. Isaiah 28 and 12. It says, sorry, Isaiah 28:15. Because you have no 14. Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we in agreement. So what is that covenant with death? Those contractors, these celebrities have, some worse than others. Those of the superstar status, oh, they the worst. To maintain that position, to get to that position and maintain that position, oh, they're the worst. They're bending over, they're doing the most egregious things that you could possibly think. All right. Then you got the lower tier ones. They still did something. They all made a covenant with death. They all made a covenant with the so-called white man. All right. That's why they go after the people that are starving, people that they're poor. They want to get out of the situation. They what's what I'm looking for? I don't say they hunt you down, but they go for the vulnerable people, and our people are very vulnerable because they desire to be rich, and he'll do whatever it takes to be rich. And whenever it's time to call for that favor, what do most of our people do? They will do it in a heartbeat. Somebody made a skit, and the skit was suppose a rapper, and, then the record label told him like, look, you're gonna have to wear a dress, you're gonna have to do this and that. He's like, I ain't wearing no dress. Well, if you read the fine print, this is what you got to do. And then, it was a skit, but it was true. All right. All these people made a covenant with death. You make a covenant with Esau, you're making a covenant with death. Somebody in your family got to go, or you got to go. All right. Just like that, Heidi, what was that chick's name? Fine ass chick. But her family sold her ass up. All right. sold this since she was a child. Who was it? They did that to Drew Barrymore. They did it to a lot of celebrities. A lot of them, young, old. They just sell their asses out. So a lot of Jake, they see that they want to be rich. Joe Jackson, he gets a lot of praise because he trained his children to be great superstars. But however, in order to maintain in this world, you have to do certain things. The secret is not a secret no longer. All right. There's no more argument. They sold out. It says, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. What is the overflowing scourge? When that judgment, when the troops come in, they believe that they and their family is set. They don't have nothing to worry about. They did their part. See, Jake, like the Jake man. When I mean Jake man, the black man, Hispanic man, a man would commit to his vows. Believe it or not. All right. So how grimy a nigga is, whatever the case may be. There's certain things that he would do to commit to those particular things. But who's always breaking those vows? The woman, right? A man gets in a relationship with a woman, he marries her, and they'll give you a plethora of things. And the modern day vow is to sickness and health until death do us part, right? But the woman, when she see a man in his weakness, she will leave him. So I bring that up for a reason. Now you apply that to Esau, the so-called white man, the devil, he make these deals with you, celebrities, and you live up to your end of the bargain. But when it comes down to it, he's not gonna live up to his end of the bargain. Okay, he's gonna leave you hanging high and dry. So even though y'all agreed, y'all, you know, part of the Boule, y'all Northern Star, whatever different form of um whatever different form of agreement that you agreed upon, this man's gonna break it. He will break that agreement. All right. This is why Native Americans had like what over 500 treaties, and this man broken it. So y'all gotta do your part. Y'all gotta help push your people down to the slaughter. All right. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. I'm gonna come back. Where is the other one? That's and it says Micah 3. I'm gonna go to the point. Matter of fact, I'll start on 1 and I'm gonna jump down. It says Micah 3:1. It says, and I said, "Here I pray you, all you heads of Jacob, you princes of the house of Israel. Is not for you to know judgment, who eat who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them, and their flesh from off their bones." So that's going to what? The heads, the celebrities of Israel, the modern day Israelites. Those who know they're Israelites, all right? But you can apply that to the celebrities. Why? Because they have the power, they have the position. So are they not supposed to know judgment? But since they want to do things for financial backing and value and where they get it from, verse 12, it says, "Therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as the high places of the forest." So because you misled your people, majority of your people are going to die. So all you people out there, you got a lot of blood in your hands. All right. DMC from Run DMC, you got a lot of blood in your hands. Who else did something? It was a reggae star that did a known reggae star that made a vaccine commercial. I can't remember right now. It wasn't Mr. Vegas. It was someone else. Oh, Juvenile. Oh, vax that thing up. All right. You have a lot of blood in your hand. And guess what? These motherfuckers don't care because they got their stuff for the time being. That's why I said, with hell are we in agreement with the when the overflowing scourge shall pass through it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. So they live in this delusional state. That's why all of them gotta keep smoking weed, take some heavy ass drugs. All right. A lot of them can't sleep, can't do certain things because of the guilt that they have, the things that they have to do to maintain is that utter madness. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I shall lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation, and he that believeth shall not make haste. With that stone is talking about Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. All right, that's the stone. It's not no fucking Islam. None of that. The stone, that cornerstone is the Lord. All right, and those that believe in the Lord, believe in His ways, will not be destroyed. But those who don't believe, they will be destroyed. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and the righteous shall plummet, and the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding places. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then shall you be trodden down by it. A lot of these celebrities ain't gonna be no more. They about to be taken, right? They may have the respect of the street, they may have the respect of the industry, but you don't have the respect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's where it all matters. And I'll say this much: he know what he's doing. He's just trying to make other ends meet, but that is to their own detriment. You don't realize that Palantir is gonna be watching everybody. You don't realize that AI system is part of the mark of the beast, which when one of the members did say something like that, they kind of banned him for it. All right. Matter of fact, they ain't just banned him. He's dead now. So these celebrities, they know what's going on. They know exactly what's going on. And a lot of them we do like. We'll admit it. We'll listen to their music and so forth. But at the end of the day, business is business. If you sitting out there selling out your people, when shit's the fan, we ain't no fan of you. But till the time comes when that mark of the beast, the RFID microchip is mandatory, and the beast system is fully implemented, we don't know you. We don't know you Negroes. All right, we don't know you. Second Ezra, and it's a dangerous game that they play. 16 and 54. Lock it up, 54. I'm bugging. It says, second Ezra 16 and 67. Behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him, even from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Lord lead you forth and deliver you from all your trouble. But behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. As we could clearly see, Jake is being hung, unjust, murdered consistently. All right? So these Edomites, these so-called white people, especially the rats that wear the small hats, their attention for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is your demise. All right? They literally hate your guts. And quite understandable that a lot of these people, these celebs, that they're stuck. But that's their problem. All right? That's their problem. It says, but behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And when you come to realization, all this AI technology goes back to those old deities that these nations used to worship. All right? That's all it is, just demons and computers. And a lot of people are going to be destroyed on their behalf. All right, like the movie Terminator. There's going to be no reasoning with them. All right. It says, and they that consented unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. Who's those that consented unto them? The celebrities. All right. Those that are a part of this world that took the deal. They consented with them. But they're going to be caught up and they're going to be destroyed for that. All right. Watch when that chip comes about, man. They're gonna be rap songs, videos. Already it was a video, lean back when they had the chip in there with Fat Joe. All these celebrities. I don't give a fuck what coast you from, north, west, south. That's why I mentioned Lupe Fiasco. Well, Tupac's from New York, but He had an influence over the people, over the next generation, that particular generation, the next generation, and the generation after him, after them, become more degenerates. This is part of the YN culture. All right. So now Tupac, Biggie, all these guys, they're good. They're in the heavens right now. Realize that they're terrible influences that they had on earth. For those that are alive, that still gotta make a deal, y'all gonna be had in derision. All right? You're gonna be like a chicken with your head cut off, with no sort of protection at all, because you sold out. And the Lord is the ultimate judge. So you could have the consolation prize, you could have the rap albums, the movies, all right, the R&B albums, whatever you want to, whatever y'all desire. Okay, the big houses and so forth. That's why y'all miserable. All these celebrities are miserable. But the enemy, the so-called white man, is gonna turn on you. All right, this whole entire system is built on the enslavement of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Put you back in enslavement. Those that remain. But for the majority of it, if they had it their way, they would take us all out. But there shall be in every place and in every cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.